So if you use the flower song and you're familiar with that one, this is a really fun way to change the lyrics to make it a little bit more fall themed. I have a little pumpkin eraser that I like to use when I do this. It's kind of hard to do it on your own, but with a student it works out quite nicely. Okay, so we start on our E string, and I have my slap bracelet on. Here I go. Where's my little pumpkin? First finger goes down, and we're going to balance a little eraser there. Here's my little pumpkin. Where's my little pumpkin? Rock. There's my little pumpkin. And you can do it a couple of times and see how many you can collect right there. So if you do the bunny song, this is a really fun way to do bunny song and make it a little bit more fall themed, or to just get even more review out of this song if a student needs help with string crossings. I have a little felt pumpkin sticker here, and when we do this game, I let my students make little pumpkin patches on some construction paper, seeing how many they can collect. All right, we place that right there. E string. See the jack-o'-lantern. Rock to A, glowing in the darkness. Back to E. See the jack-o'-lantern. Rock to A, glowing in the darkness. Yay! So if you do the bunny song, this is a really fun way to do bunny song and make it a little bit more fall themed, or to just get even more review out of this song if a student needs help with string crossings. I have a little felt pumpkin sticker here, and when we do this game, I let my students make little pumpkin patches on some construction paper, seeing how many they can collect. All right, we place that right there. E string. See the jack-o'-lantern. Rock to A, glowing in the darkness. Back to E. See the jack-o'-lantern. Rock to A, glowing in the darkness. Yay! So if you use the monkey song, this is a fun way to make the monkey song a little bit more fall themed and get even more practice out of it. I use these little apple stickers, and I changed the name of the song to Going Apple Picking. These are really nice because they're tiny, and I like to put them on my students' nails if the parent allows. Sometimes they fall off and we just have a pretend one, but sometimes they cooperate and stay on there, and it's kind of fun to like do our nails with little apples. You can see. Okay. And everything's the same as monkey song. Okay, here we go. Going apple picking. First finger goes down, and we want to make sure we can see the apple. Here's a nice round apple. Here's a second apple. Now a third apple. Now usually for this I don't have students go back down, but you could. I just like to let them hold it there for a couple seconds, and then I let them release, and we look at their finger lines. And that's going apple picking. One more game that's really fun for group class and orchestra is Pass the Cup, which I'm sure you all know. I lost my little cloth that I usually use for Pass the Ghost, But you could really come up with anything. This is just a paper towel and a rubber band. It gets a little trickier to pass the ghost because you can't see the cup so clearly, but that's a really fun one because it kind of jiggles around. Ooh. And they pass it to each other, and I have them check their neighbor's bow holds before they pass it on. This next game is one of my students' favorites. For group class around Halloween, I like to let my students dress up and we play this really fun trick-or-treat game. You could also do it for orchestra class or as a practice session at home. So on here I have these, see if I can take one off, these little clips with little pumpkins on them. I got these on Amazon, attached to a little gift bag, and they stick to the wall with a little sticky tack. And you can put a candy in there if you're okay with that, or you can put a little prize, but definitely include a piece of paper with an activity for the student to do. For example, 5 bow holds, or Mississippi Stop Stop on the A string 10 times, something like that. And then they can get their reward and go on to the next little goodie bag. For an orchestra class, each student could come up and pick one and read off what they need to have the whole orchestra do, or like play Twinkle or something. And same thing for group class. It's a really fun one around Halloween. This next game is a favorite for group class, but I think you could also do it for an orchestra class or a private lesson. I cut out a bunch of little maple leaves, just like this, and I hide them around the room, but try to keep track of how many you made, because otherwise you might be finding them in the future months. And then depending on what level the group is, I will write down a little activity on the back of the leaf. You could even make this into a scavenger hunt, where you put the activity that you want them to do and then a clue for where to find the next leaf, and then at the end maybe it leads to a big prize. That could be a really fun game to play. So for some of the examples I have here, very simple. Twinkle variation A, do the ant song, do Up Like a Rocket, One Little Bow Hand, that's a bow song we do, the bow tree, ice cream cone twinkle, ooh, performance practice. That would be really great for orchestra or for group class. I mean, really even for private lesson where you do the bow and really do your super focus and all that. So that's a really good, fun one people love.